Greg Tepper, Dave Campbell's Texas Football on TexasFootball.com here at the THSCA Coaching School and Convention here with the head coach at Cujo, the John Tyler Lions.
How y'all doing?
Coach Ricklan Holmes. Coach, the last time we saw you coaching a game, and I hate to bring up a sore subject, you're playing Tyler Lee.
Playing Tyler Lee.
And I remember you set off like a firestorm in East Texas about, like, after the game, you was like, I just don't even know if I'm going to come back or something along those lines. Do you remember this?
What I told them was I'm going to weigh all my options, and I'm going to make sure that I make the best decision for me and my family.
And here you are, back again.
I'm back.
Cujo. And so what are you doing here? Why? This is the easy question. Why is John Tyler right for Ricklan Holmes?
This is my home.
Yeah,
it is. I have a daughter that's going to be a junior this year, and I felt like it just wasn't the right time to do anything else different. And then with the opportunities that presented themselves to me, I felt like that it wasn't a right fit for our family at the time. So I felt like, I think we're gonna at least be there another 2 years. I know that for sure because I've already given that promise to her that she can graduate from John Tyler. Now, after that,
you never know. Well, one of the things that I always love talking with you because you're a straight shooter.
Oh yeah,
you are. Yeah, you're not a BSer. You're gonna be a straight shooter. And so, let's be straight about last year.
Yeah.
Last year, 5-5. Lot of programs, 5-5's okay.
Yeah, not for us.
Not a John Tyler.
Not for us. That's very disappointing.
Yeah. So how do you go from that, and how do you put that in the past?
Well, first of all, you have an amazing offseason like we just had. I think our kids really understood why we went 5-5, and the way they worked to make sure that we don't go 5-5 again. Our spring was focused. I think it's the best spring we've had probably since Greg Warden was there, as far as knowing what we were doing it right, being consistent at doing it, and knowing a little different scenario than last year, going into there with two quarterbacks, and this year we're going in with the guy, and we know he's the guy. So that's a better feeling. That clears up that uncertainty that a lot of coaches have a lot of the time when they start that first practice getting ready for the season.
What was the vibe like around the program during the offseason? What was it? Some places you go in there and it's casual. Some places you go in there and they're angry. What was the vibe you got around summer workouts?
Focus. I think our kids, like I said, they understood. They understood why we went 5-5, and they knew that the things that happened last offseason, that happened last spring, led up to that, and that leads up to our slogan for this year: Justify 18. I felt like we justified why we went 5-5, and the kids knew that too. And now that we're going through the offseason and we're going through the spring and we're going through the summer that we just went through, they are justifying why they won't go 5-5 again. They are justifying why they should be one of the top 5 or 10 teams in the state of Texas. They're justifying why they're hungry to win a district championship. They're justifying why they're going to get rid of that bad taste in their mouth and let people know that, John Tyler ran into a bump in the road, but that ain't stopped us.
And you guys, how much, I guess the best way to put it, how much weight do you put in the drop-in class? You guys are moving down from 6A down to 5A. Is that something that you say, yeah, that'll help? Or is it just, it's tough football anywhere you play?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Because football is football.
Yeah.
You look at a team like Carthage, which is 4A. I think Carthage can play with any 6A program in the nation, not just Texas, but the nation. So you look at programs like that, and then you see the classifications difference, and there's really no difference in football talent in the state of Texas. It's difference in numbers, and I think that's what helps us out because now we're more matched up with people who have a depth that's closer to the depth that we have, and I think that's what helps us out.
One of the things that I always – your teams are always so interesting because every one of your teams are different. Every one of your teams, you are one of the, everyone says we fit personnel to scheme, or we fit scheme to personnel. Maybe nobody commits as much as you do, that you will make sure that whatever you got that will do well, we're going to put them in position to win. With that as the backdrop, What is this John Tyler team going to look like? What are you guys going to hang your hat on? What are we going to be talking about that, you guys are 3 rounds deep in the playoffs, and it's because you guys do this?
We're going to play physical defense.
Yeah.
We're going to play physical defense. I believe that with the personnel that we're going to put on the field, we're going to be fast, and we're going to be bigger than we have been. I think that's going to help us out a lot, especially when you're going against the teams that we're going to be going against early in the season to test that out. And then offensively, we're going to go back to our old ways. We're going to have a quarterback back there that can make plays. He's going to be electric. We have receivers surrounded around him that he's going to be able to stretch the field to. And we have a plethora of running backs right now. I think right now this is the first team where we've had a 5-deep running back stable to where it doesn't matter who's back there, they're going to get it done.
You guys are in one of the most unique districts in the world, District 758 Division 1. We kind of saw it coming. I'm sure you kind of had an inkling.
We had an idea.
You had an idea that it could be like this.
Text message and Twitter.
Yeah, Matt Stepp's kind of filling you in. From Texarkana to Mesquite.
Little drop right here. I think Matt Stepp. Listen.
Let's go.
I think Matt Stepp has taken my wife. You hear me? And I mean that. And I'm going to tell you this. Because she feel like he is the guru of football. Do you understand me? Listen, she had a question for me, and she didn't even finish the question. She said, "You know what? Never mind. I'll check Matt's Twitter." And I was like, "Whoa! See, just forget your husband, the head football coach. Don't worry.
Forget
about
me.
that.
Yeah, you've been the coach. No, you'll just ask Stepp.
Yeah,
You'll just see his Twitter.
That's Stepp. Just check his Twitter.
You're being accused of causing marital strife in the Holmes household. He's raising his hands. I really wish we had a dedicated step hand. All right, so you're getting text messages. You're getting all things like that. Let's go to Matt Stepp and his reaction to this. That's him. He's waving it off. All right.
Waving it out.
Here's the thing. You guys are in one of the craziest districts in the state. You can fit the state of Massachusetts between all these places.
Yes, you can. Overnight trips.
How does that factor in? How does that change what you guys are going to be? What are you guys going to look like?
I think overall it gets us ready for what we want to do, which is make deep runs in the playoff. And we're used to traveling. That's one of the things that we've always known that we can handle is traveling. And then when you look at our schedule, we got 6 games on the road. And with that being said, it was scheduled that way because of the leadership that we have coming this year and the leadership that we're going to have to create next year.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that, you want to be at home. You want to be in a comfort zone so that kids can learn a little bit quicker than they normally would have. But when you have a dedicated team like we have coming back, a leadership-led team like we have coming back that can handle being on the road, going to Cedar Hill, going to Euless, you know what I'm saying, going to go play Texas High, and doing it in that fashion, now you set yourself up for success.
I want to know, because it seems like every single year you guys have a kid who comes out of nowhere and ends up being the kid we're talking about.
Yeah.
At least, well, when you guys are John Tyler,
yeah.
when you meet the standard, who's that guy this year? Who's the guy that we're going to be talking about in Week 9? Hey, John Tyler, they're off to a really great start. They look really good, and it's because of this kid. Who's the guy we're going to be talking about?
Man, that's going to be a big question because I got, off the top of my head right now, 3 popped in my head.
Okay.
The quarterback.
Yep.
Devlin Woods. Cadillac.
Yep.
He's smooth for a reason. I think a lot of people going to know him.
Cadillac.
And on the defensive side of the ball, Jabraylon Yarber.
Yeah.
He was our starting right tackle. He played sporadically on defense last year, but he's going to be a mainstay this year. And then the surprise person.
All right.
The surprise person is going to be Kadarian Asbell.
Okay.
Because he is going to be a guy that you're going to notice on offense, but you're going to feel him on defense.
I like that. It's Ricklan, Holmes, and John Tyler. Got to wrap it up with the Dick's Sporting Goods question wheel.
There we
give
go.
this thing nothing on here that's going to get you fired.
All right.
So give this thing a spin.
Give
we'll
it
see what it lands on for Ricklan, Holmes, and John
there
Tyler. DickSportingGoods.com is where you can get all your stuff. All right, you're going out. You're eating Mexican food. What's your go-to order at a Mexican food restaurant?
I'm going to Abuelo's at the Cumberland Plaza in Tyler, Texas.
Okay. We didn't necessarily need that, but go on.
Yeah, and I'm going to go get me a burrito and 2 puffy tacos.
Puffy tacos.
Puffy tacos.
I like it.
Gotta have it.
I like it. Where you eating most often when you're eating out there in Tyler?
Abuelos.
Abuelos?
I love Abuelos.
That's your go-to?
That's my go-to spot.
All right. You guys heard it here first. Abuelos. Advertise with Dave Campbell's Texas Football,
spot.
and you can use this as a commercial. He's Ricklan Holmes of the John Tyler Lions. You will see them this season and probably roaring back. Coach, appreciate your time, man.
Go Cujo. Hey, thanks, man. Thank y'all for having me.